My name is Keegan. I'm from Botswana. I'm in the church there. And last night's meeting about the authority and the anointing of the apostolic ministry in our lives, it really showed me and reminded me of our need for that authority in our lives. And I was encouraged to know that it's an authority that's not something that needs to be present in our lives physically, but that it's in the spirit. Because although we are in Botswana, that's a country that's miles away from the anointing itself, it's still felt, it's still a protection in our church, it's still a protection in our lives, it's still an authority that we submit to, even though, in the natural it makes no sense because we're nowhere near it. But yet when we hear the apostolic anointing, when we hear the messages, when we feel that authority, when the correction comes through the different brothers that come with the anointing, we're always shaken and we're always challenged because in our hearts we want to submit to that authority and we want to be, as Peter said, a church that is in order, with our lives in order, and we realize our great need for that anointing in our life. When that anointing comes to your heart and to your life, like Peter was saying yesterday, there's a great challenge because in every human being, the last thing we want to do is to submit our lives. The minute we turn 18 or whatever age you think you are, we become an adult and we think, I must do the things my way, I must run my race, I must make my life. And yet when we come in touch with the apostolic anointing, there's a price to pay because suddenly you realize that you have to humble yourself, and as you decrease and allow that anointing to flow into your life, to have its place, we're not talking about a man, we're not talking about, being controlled by people, but when that anointing is in your life and it allows you to see more clearly what God demands of you, what God's plan is for your life, what the vision is for His church and for your life personally and how you fit in that, it's just a pleasure. So even the price that we have to pay to humble ourselves and accept that, it fades in comparison with the glory that the Lord puts in our hearts.